with this, okay, for creating a server. I think everyone create the server now. Correct? Guys, answer. Okay. So in this, if a server will take backup on every week project. Okay. So Purida, Arun, Karthik, புரியுதா ஏமா ஏன் யூஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னு? இப்போ ஏதோ ஒரு கிரிட்டிக்கலான ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன் ரன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. If any critical application in a server. So, if in that case, if newly joined, if he, so for avoiding, we'll be using AMIs. Okay, how they take this? Sorry, I'm not able to hear.
The data instance on the backup under officer.
Yeah, I'm not able to hear. Yeah, instance backup. The air mission known as AMI, and I'm going to say it how they will take it. You'll have to choose instance, and you have something called actions here. In here, we will stop or start or terminate. But we have something called actions, right? So you'll have to go to actions and images as a template and create image from here. If you create, it will ask for the and all. I'm just going to give the name. We enable or disable this reboot. I'm just creating. Now I had created the AMI. Now it is in my AMI. If you wanted to launch any 100 of servers with the configuration, you can use this my AMI. But it's an empty AMI. Empty out. If, for example, I'm just having a critical application here. I have done some application is running. So if I take the AMI and if I take and keep that AMI, I can use that for, even if it is accidentally deleted, I can launch. I'll be able to see my AMI here, and you can launch a new server for that application. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, clear about this AMI? What it does? It will actually take the backup of a machine. Now, no application inside the server, but for example, just assume a critical application is running. And if something happened, you can use this AMI and you can take that backup. In company, what they do is they'll schedule it maybe for a week. In a week, they will take this backup. Maybe on Fridays or Saturdays, they'll take it. Okay. So this is how you will take AMIs. Take them image. This is known as. Guys, clear about this? Sorry?
இந்த மாதிரி பேக்கப்
Your voice is very
ஷெட்யூல்
feeble.
பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம்.
Voice கேட்கல.
அதான் மேம் இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம பேக்கப்
பேக்கப்
ஷெட்யூல்
எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம் எடுக்கலாம்.
ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணி வச்சுப்பாங்க.
ஓகே.
எனக்கு உங்க வாய்ஸ் கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது ஒழுங்கா.
நெட் கொஞ்சம்
ஷெட்யூல் பண்றதுக்கு இன்னொரு ஷெட்யூல் பண்றதுக்கு அதுக்கு தனியா வேற சர்வீஸ் இருக்கு. ஓகேங்களா? So guys, are you able to hear me? Is my voice audible? Guys, are you able to hear me?
Audible, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. யாரு கேட்டீங்க டவுட்? எனக்கு உங்க வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது, சாரி. மேபி எனக்கு திங்க் பண்ணுங்க.
ஓகே.
மேபி இதுல பிங்க் பண்ணுங்க.
लिंक ओपन नहीं, ये गूगल तो ओपन नहीं,
Okay, so let them think that before that. Okay, do you have any reason this? Do you have doubts why AMI is used for and the backup of a machine? Clear?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Okay. Breaking now. Karthik, that scheduling the thing, we are using other service. Okay, we'll see that. For scheduling the AMIs, we have one more service named Amazon Lifecycle Manager. We will schedule using that service. We'll see that in okay? Not now. We'll see what is AMI and why it is used for now. Okay? Okay. So is my voice okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please. Fine. But it is for region specific. Okay, you have created. Now what you will do if now if we take this AM, okay, so if the server backup is done, the reboot of the server will also be happen. Reboot of the server will happen. Okay, at the time what will happen is, if you see this public IP, right? If the reboot of this server is happening, the public IP will get changed. So every time if the reboot of the server is happening, public IP changed. Okay, but it should not be the case, right? It should not change, right? It is dynamic in nature. If the reboot of the server is done, it will also change, but it should not happen, right? For that we have one more service which is called EIP, which is called elastic IP. Called elastic IPs. But it's soft. Okay, but if you're working in companies, if you're working in corporates, there's EIPs, because the public IP, it should not change, right? It should change. We can't change it every time. We will reboot the server, but if you're using the public IP, it should not get changed. Okay. So what you do is, sorry, first we should allocate. We have two steps for this. Okay. First, to allocate. Second step would be associate. Which is the static IP. Okay. Static public. So now if we use this service, it will not get changed. Public IP will not get changed. Okay. So this step, there are two steps. Okay. Step one is to allocate it. Step two will be also. Okay. At cost, I do not know whether I can. I'm just allocating the EIP. Just a second. Okay. So if I click on that allocate IP, allocate elastic IP address, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to allocate it. If I allocate it, I'm going to get paid, but still, I'll show you. That's it. Okay. This is how you create. This is the first step. Okay. And the second step would be you should associate the elastic IP. And you will have to attach it to the instance, which we created the instance now, right? The server which is being created now. I'm just going to choose the instance and I'm going to associate. That's it. If you do that, this IP will get allocated. In this space, you will get this. What to say? I'll open one more tab. Okay. In this space, I'll get this EIP, which will not get changed. Okay. The first step would be allocate, and the second step would be associate. This is for the use cases. If you reboot the server, the IP, public IP will get changed, but it should not change in real time. So what we do is it should be static. So we are using this service, which is LIP. That's it. And we have two steps for that. First, allocate and associate it with the instance. First, we are allocating it from the Amazon that need the IP. And after that, we will associate server. Okay, guys, clear? I'm not going to do that. I just associate because I'm going to get that. So I'm not doing that for you. I'm just going to release this. Uh, if you wanted to check, you can check, but don't forget to release the elastic IP. Okay. If you release this, it will get the Amazon pool. Okay. Guys, are you clear? Are you understand? Do you want me to tell that again? Can you tell me what I said till now? about Sudhi? Where is she? Maga Sudhiti?
Ma'am.
Yeah. Can you tell
Can you
me?
go for one more short review?
Sorry?
Can you go for one more short review? A little confusing. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you about this. About this AMI or about Elastic IP?
Elastic.
Elastic. So actually, you have created the servers, right? You know how to create a server. Okay.
Yes.
You will have a public IP here. You're using it to so by using this only you'll be able to log into the server, right? By using the IP address only you'll be able to log into the server. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we reboot the server, this IP address will get changed. Public IP address will get changed. So this private IPs, what is the difference between the private and the public IPs? Can anyone tell me?
You state as static and dynamic.
No. Actually, it is dynamic in nature, public IP. But I'm just telling, what is the difference between private and public? So public IPs are for communicating with outside the network. Okay, so mostly this we have two steps. The first step would be allocating. The first step is allocate, and the second step is associate. So how we will allocate? Just a click. Okay, allocate Elastic IP, and you will have to just default settings. I'm just going to allocate. I'm just clicking on allocate. Okay, one IP address is now created. Elastic IP address allocated successfully. First step is done. Okay, any doubts in this?
No.
Okay, any doubts, guys? This is the first step. Okay, we have allocated the Elastic IP. Okay, the second step would be associating it with the instance. Now we have created, now it is allocated to our account, but we need to know for which instance we need this public IP, right? For which instance we should use this, right? So what I'm doing is click on actions, associate EIP, and I'll have to choose the instance. I'm just having only one instance now, but if you have 4 to 5 instances, and for which instance the public IP should be static, right? You'll have to choose the instance. I'm choosing this instance, and if I click on associate, that's it. This public IP will never change even after reboot of after associating it. Are you clear, guys? Now, okay. Wow. I'm just rebooting this instance. Okay. Now just see 54.34. Okay. Oh, sorry. Before that, I haven't checked. Maybe we'll create one more. Or I'll show you when I create a new instance, okay? So if I reboot the server, the same thing will happen. The public IP will get changed after reboot, okay? So I'm using this EIP. After doing all these steps, it will never get changed. Even if you stop or even if you reboot, if anything you do, it will not get changed. Okay, guys? Guys, are you clear? Okay, Karthik. Okay, apart from Karthik, it's just you just wanted to know what are the services and why it is used for. You know what is AMI now, right? Can anyone tell me what is AMI? Can anyone tell me what is AMI? Guys, please tell me.
It's an Amazon mission image.
Okay, why it is used for?
It is used to create a new instance, ma'am.
Um,
And
no,
also,
it's for taking the backups. It's the first thing. It should come to your mind.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, now if I stop the mission, public IP will go. I have just started it again. I'll show you that. Now you can understand what is EIP. Am I right? What is elastic IP and why it is used for? Am I right? Can anyone tell me what is EIP? See, now it got changed, right? If I stop and if I start it, the public IP was changed. It was 54 dot something dot 34 before. Now it got changed. If you're working in corporate, if you're working in an organization, if this is changing, it should not be the case actually. Public IP, it should not change. For this, we're using this EIP. Are you clear now?
Yes.
Okay. What about others? You're everyone. So guys, do you want me to tell in Tamil also? Karthik or Arun, is Gomati there? But you're clear, right? What is this elastic IP? Okay, can anyone tell me what is elastic IP? Yeah, allocate and since from Amazon pool, we should allocate our IP address to our account. Okay, and the second one is to associate. We'll have to associate it with the instances, with the server. Okay, that is what. So after I haven't shown you because it is for cost. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, so about AMIs and EIP we have seen. We'll see about S3 now. Okay. What is S3? It is simple storage service. Okay, so this service is used for storage, for storing or retrieving the data. Okay, we can store any kind of files here. I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, just termed S3. You can store your logs, you can store your files, anything can be stored here. It can also be used for hosting a website, static website. Okay, the main advantage of this is availability. You can store any important files here. If you wanted, you can store your resume here. You're studying in college, right? Yeah, any kind of important, it's like a Google Drive. You can store a number of files here. Okay, so we term it as bucket objects and all. I'll tell you what is that. Okay, so buckets are known as folders. Buckets are known as folders, and objects are known as files here. Okay. Okay. So this is how your S3 looks like. You have many storage classes here. Okay. So there are many types. I'll tell you about that. But before that, I'll tell you what is. Okay. First, we should create a bucket. I have told you what is a bucket.
Folder.
In AWS term, what is a bucket? Create bucket. Just see the actions. Create bucket. And this bucket name should be unique. It should be globally unique. In since anyone who is using AWS, they should not have me that unique name to me. Just a name. That no one should have used that before. Just tell the names, guys. Just keeping such. Have just kept such a name. Okay, and all the things have kept it default. Okay, I'm not going to change any configuration. It will ask for a region, bucket name, and ACL is disabled or enabled. I'm not going to touch it. It's access control list. Who should see that and who should have the permission for that? I'm just going to not change anything. See, it has blocked all the public access. Okay, note this. Okay, the block all public access. I have chose it. It's already default. It's chosen. Other than that, I'm not keeping anything. I'm just going to create a bucket. See, already this name exists. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Mm, okay. You should not have that also. Okay. Okay, bucket is created and the name is unique. Okay, about objects. This is the place where we will upload our files and keep safety or securely. Okay, so I have some okay, I have some images. Okay, I'm just going to upload that file here. I'm just clicking on upload. I'm clicking on add files or folder. Okay, add files. And I'm just going to coffee. And I'm going to upload this file. Okay, now upload succeeded. I'm just going to close it. I'm just going to click on this. Go here. Go inside. I'm just clicking on open. Okay. These are your files. I have uploaded this coffee.jpg image. This is my file. Okay. I have clicked on open. You have two ways of opening this file. Okay. One, you can use this or you can use this object URL. So what happens if I click on this object URL and if I copy here? What will happen? I'll be getting this access denied. Can anyone tell me what is the reason for this access, for this error as access denied? What would be the error?
Logging பண்ணல because your login maybe
Sorry?
actually it was in your login, right?
No, we can. I'm only logging in now also, right?
Okay.
Why it is not happening? Because some configuration we have given, right? What is that configuration?
And we block the public access.
Correct, correct. Who is this? Your name? Help me with your name.
You can't, man.
Sorry? Shrikant. Okay. Hi. Super. Super Shrikant. Fine. So it's because while creating the bucket, we had given the permission like block all the access, block the public access. Correct? See, now what you should do is you should go into that object. And if you see, it is not public. So I'm just going to permissions. Okay. And I'm just going to edit this block public access. I'm just going to edit. Guys, are you able to understand what is happening here? If not,
Yes.
please let me know. Because, okay. So the thing why I'm not able to see that is through this AWS console, I'm able to open that. But by using this object URL, I'm not able to see because the permission was, if you had noticed it before, I had given the public access, block all public access as enabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit it. I'm just going to uncheck and I'm going to save changes. It is asking me to confirm. So I'm confirming it. Okay. I'm just confirming it. And now, so the first step would be this. You'll have to enable it and the other thing should be bucket policy. Okay, you should do some changes here also in bucket policy. I'm just going to edit. Okay, we doesn't know how to write this policy and all. Okay, we have many examples. You can go through this policy examples also. It's here. It's written by Amazon itself. There are many use cases here. If you see, there are many use cases. But what we are going to do now is, you can check this also, guys. Okay, this is a bucket policy and how it should be. They have many examples here. But what we are going to do is, we are going to use policy generator. I'm using this policy generator, and it is asking me for AWS policy generator. Okay. The first step is, what is a policy type? Yeah, just tell me what would be the policy type on seeing this.
S3 bucket policy, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. You should give S3 bucket policy, and effect I'm giving allow. Principal it should be /and star. Okay. And the actions should be as we wanted. You should choose this get objects. You have something called get objects here. Get object. Okay, I have selected that. What is ARN number? It is asking for a ARN number. If you see, you have something called bucket ARN. You should give this ARN. You should copy this ARN. This is a bucket name, okay? Bucket name with folders and all they have given. And I should give this /end, that star. Okay. Bucket ARN, I'm choosing it from here. Have this here. I'm choosing S3 bucket policy, and I'm clicking on add statement. If I do that, it will ask me to generate a policy. Generate policy. I'm just going to give that. Okay, this is my bucket policy. I'm just allowing, okay, the S3 bucket. So that is a meaning for this. So I'm just going to copy that here. I'm just going to copy this. And I'm clicking on save changes. Okay. API response. Maybe I'll check this once again. Just a second. Okay. Fine. I'm just closing. Yeah. In principle, I should give only the star. Okay, which means all. And I should give get object here. And I should give this get ARN with /and star. Okay, on add statement. Okay, we have copied it already. Delete it. Okay. Now we are saving the change. Okay, See, if you see the permissions now, it is public. The access is public now. So let's try. See, publicly accessible. Now, if I click on this and if I use this public URL, right, it is already here. Public URL, I have copied it already. Yeah, you can see the image now. Okay, so when I opened it from here, first time, yeah, it opened. So when I opened it using this object URL, I had some issues like access denied. So the reason is I had blocked all the public access. So now what I had done is I had gone to that file and had given the permission to that bucket and I had given the permission. I have edited some changes here, and in bucket policy I have generated by using policy generator. We have something called policy generator. We doesn't know how to write, but we had something called policy generator here. We used that and we generated a policy and we copied and pasted the bucket policy and saved the changes. And if we tried now, the object is accessible. It is public now. Okay, guys. Store your files or anything. This S3. And also you can host your public static website also you can do by using S3. Are you clear? Guys, are you clear? Can you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, or is it confusing? Is it confusing for you?
No, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Okay, what about others? Is it confusing? Okay, what about others?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the next task would be you will have to select any file and you'll have to store it and you should access it. So when I try it next time, I should be able to see the file, see the image. It might be an image file or anything you can use. Okay, so this would be a first task. And the second task would be you'll have to host a static website using S3. That we'll have to see now. And we have many storage classes in S3. If you go for an interview, they'll ask you this question: what is the storage class for S3? They'll ask you. Okay. So at that time, you'll have to say there are many storage classes. There are 7 storage classes. Okay. I'll be telling you that names also. So the storage classes are for you can store that for so if you wanted the files to be stored for a month or for a year, maybe some logs are there, and if you don't wanted to choose it now, so based on the usage you can store the files based on the usage. So that's called a storage class in S3. Okay. So there are 7 storage classes. Okay, please make a note of it. What are the? I just wanted this also to be checked next time. Standard, intelligent tiering, and standard IA. one zone IA. RR. Okay, we have one more thing that you should check next time. Okay, what is the standard IA? So, what is standard in sense? It's the storage class. Okay, so if you wanted something needs to be accessed very frequently, which you will be accessing very frequently, we can use this standard IA. If you had uploaded the files, right? If you're storing the files, but you wanted to access that frequently, you should use the standard. And for the fast retrieval. Faster retrieval. If you're using something, any files daily or monthly, you can go for the standard. Okay, and if you wanted, if it doesn't know the pattern, means when I'll use or when so when it will be needed. So at that time, we can use this intelligent tiering. Okay, so the standard IA is if you're not accessing it frequently. If it is infrequent access of the files, you can use this standard IA. Okay, and one zone IA instance, it will be available in only one availability region. You know what is that availability region, right? You know what is availability region? What are AZs? Availability zones. What is that? In India, we have data centers in Mumbai, right? In that, availability zones are three. We have three zones there. Okay, but in this case, it will be the file will be stored in only one zone, which is one zone IA. This is also for infrequent access. Okay, but what is RR is? For frequent access, we can use this RR, but the data will be available in two AZs. This is for one zone. It is for infrequent access, but RR is for frequent access. But the data will be available for it will be available in two zones. Okay. So what is Glacier? For example, if you do not want this file to be seen for next, you're not going to access it. Maybe after 3 years, you will need it. So we can use that in Glacier. All the logs, they'll be storing it in Glacier. Maybe the the previous 2 to 3 years of logs, they'll be storing it in Glacier. Okay. Only for complaints, they'll be storing. But for example, if you go to the police station, they'll be having the records of past 10 years, right? So these cases, they'll be storing it in Glacier. This is how the files to be stored using the storage class. I wanted you to check and let me know in next class what is the expensive storage class here, which is the expensive storage class when compared to all these. Okay, I just wanted to check this also. Okay, so now I'll be telling you how to host a static website. Guys, are you clear with this? Can you understand what I'm trying to say? Today we have took AMIs, elastic IPs, and S3s. Okay, maybe I'll tell you one more time. Once I complete this, that's it. I'll tell you once again what I have told you. Okay? I have took classes. I'll tell you that. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to host a static website here. You will also have to do that. Okay. Next time. Okay. I'm going into this bucket. Okay. You have seen this coffee image and all. Okay. Now, for example, I have took the same thing which I had already we have hosted, right? This web template. I'm just going to use that same thing here also. Okay, here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on upload. Here I'm going to choose add folder. Add folder. I'm just going to choose this photo vibrant. This is my extracted file folder for that web template. I'm choosing and uploading it. Upload. Okay. And I'm clicking on upload. So this is the last activity for today, guys. So this is what I'm going to take it today. That's it. Okay. So the folder is being uploaded. Now I'm just closing it. Okay. We have something called, you can upload a folder also, or you can upload a files also. Okay. I'm just going inside of it. Okay, now I'm going to permission. Oh no, I'm going to properties. Okay, I'm going to properties. And if you come and if you scroll at last, you have something called static website hosting. And it is disabled. I'm just going to enable it. Okay, if it is disabled, it will not ask for anything. If it is enabled, it will ask for. I'm just going to keep everything as default. Okay, host a static website. What is the home page you wanted? Okay, default page of the website. I'm giving index.html only. Same thing I'm giving in the index document page. And I'm clicking on save changes. Okay. And if you see here, I'll have the website endpoint. Okay. So here you have seen this index.html, right? You are seeing this, right? I'm just going inside of it. And if I click on this object, your website will get hosted here. Have just gone to this index.html and have clicked that. Have used this object URL to log in. That's it. I got this page. Now my website got hosted. Static website got hosted. Okay. Do you want me to tell this again? Guys, do you want me to tell this again?
Yes, ma'am. One time repeat.
Okay, I'll just delete this. For deleting it will ask me a confirmation. Okay. So I have already downloaded the web template. Okay. For my local. Now I'm just going to host a website. I'm just going to upload it. Upload my folder. It's a folder now. It's not just an image or any file. It's a folder now. See, because we have this, right? I'm just choosing the entire folder. I'm clicking on upload. It is asking me for a confirmation. I'm clicking on upload here. And I'm clicking on upload. It is uploading. If you see that blue mark. So that's it. The folder will get uploaded. Now we should change some properties. Okay. I'm just closing. It's uploaded. Now I'm just going to change some properties. If you scroll down, you have something called static website hosting. I have edited and have enabled it. Have enabled and have given the index document as name index.html. It's a home page of the website. That's it. I have given and I have saved changes. I haven't changed anything apart from that. I have only went to this properties and in static website hosting, I had given it is enabled and I had given the index document name. Okay. Now I'm just going to that object. And if I click here, I'm just using this index.html page. I'm just going into this. And now I'm using this object URL. I'm just closing. I'm using this object URL. And if I hit the browser, now your website will get hosted using S3. In S3, you can host a website also. You can store important files also. Based on your usage, you can choose the storage classes and you can store your files. That's it. You can do many things using S3, but for a basic knowledge, I'm giving you. You can store and you can retrieve the data. Okay. Guys, are you clear? Maybe we will try using, maybe we will upload one more image and see. Okay. I'm just uploading one file here. S3, I'm uploading. Okay, I'm just uploading. I can open in two ways. By this way or this way. I'm trying this. Okay. It's just for storing your files. And you can see your files from there. For that, you should give some access, some permissions. Okay, can you understand? Can you understand, guys? What is S3 and why it is used for? Karthik. Okay, what about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about others? I just need response from everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Okay. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Can anyone tell me why it is S3 is used for?
To store important files, by using this, we can host a website, ma'am.
Okay. So, for example, if we are in a project, okay, if we 10 are in a project, okay, I have stored some files. Only you people should see that. For that also we have options. Okay. It was storing. So if you wanted the logs, for example, in my project, if I wanted the logs for 10 years, I can store it here. And I can choose the storage class as Glacier. Okay. You can also host a website. Okay. Today I'll rewind what I have told you. Okay. So what are AMIs? Can anyone tell me what are AMIs?
Amazon.
Guys, tell me what are AMIs?
எதுக்கான இன்ஸ்டன்ஸ் பேக்கப் இருக்கிறதா யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்.
Okay. So it's for taking the backup of instances. Okay. By using that, we can also create a new instance also. By using that, we can also create a new instance. For example, if you wanted, I told you last time, right? If you wanted 100 service, what you will do? So in one server, you can create one server by having Python and all with you. And you can use that AMIs. See, AMI ID. You have AMI ID for everything. Now, if you have anything running in the server, we can take a backup by using this AMI ID. If you wanted to launch new server with the same configuration, you can use this AMI ID. In AMI ID, you have this my AMIs. You can launch by using this also. Normally, we are doing by this. But if you have already created the images, you can use from here also. A new mission will get created. Okay. So if someone accidentally, if they deleted the .pem file, so without the key pair, will you be able to log into the instance? Without .pem file, will you be able to launch the instance?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So what will you do? So for that only they are using this AMIs. If someone accidentally they deleted this .pem file or if they terminated the instances, or if they stopped or something has been done to the instance, they can use this AMI. If you do it frequently, weekly, or they'll schedule and they will take the backup of the mission. Okay. Second one is EIP, which is elastic IP. So here, your public IP will get changed if you reboot, if you stop and start the server and all. So it should not be the case in real time. So we are using this EIP service. And first we will allocate the IP address to our account, and then we will associate it with the server. We'll just give her the server detail. This is what EIP is, elastic IP is. Now it will be a static one. So S3. S3 in sense it's for storage and retrieving the data. Okay. If you see that diagram of AWS architecture, architecture diagram. That this S3 it plays a major role. See, if you see, can I see this? These are your EC2 instances. Okay, these are your S3. Okay, we'll see about this ALB and Route 53, Cloud Front, auto scaling, load balancing, RDS. These are the services. Okay, now we have seen only EC2 and S3. Okay, so it's a major one. For storing your logs and storing your important files, we are using this S3. Okay, I just want you to, in the next upcoming class, I wanted you to know what is the, in which is the expensive storage class and why. Okay, I want the answer for this. And I just want you to upload a object, create a bucket, and can anyone tell me how a bucket should be? How can you name a bucket? The bucket name should be very unique. Okay, and you'll have to upload your files inside the bucket. I want you to do this. Okay, guys. I want you to upload a file inside this bucket, and I want you to see the storage class and which is expensive, and I want you to host a static website inside S3. Okay. Can you understand? Please respond, guys. I'm just deleting everything. Okay. So please make sure after you're working, if you're working in any of the AWS services, please delete it because everything is going to cost you. You have given your credit card details, right? They'll take it from there. Okay. Guys, are you clear? Okay.
Yes,
Apart
ma'am.
from Karthik, what about others? Can anyone tell me what are the tasks for next class?
பக்கெட் கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதில் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி ஆக்சஸ் பண்ணுவோம்.
No, ma'am.